Nothing you can buy will ever compare to the sophisticated pieces that artists like you bring to life in your original work. Whether it be hand drawings or paintings, but it can come pretty close. Whether you're the next Andy Warhol or just an average doodler, you have the ability to sell your original artwork using Procreate, Printify, and Etsy. Disclaimer, I am certainly on the just an average doodler end of the artist spectrum, probably even lower. I'm not here to teach you how to draw, but rather how you can take your art from Procreate, no matter what kind it is, add it to a product in Printify, and get it up for sale on Etsy. If your art skills are on par with mine and you'd be interested in learning to draw together with me, comment "Learn with Leah" below and I'll make it happen. Let's change angles here and take a look at my iPad. So we're gonna start on the Printify website and we're gonna find a product to see the proper dimensions. So we'll go into the catalog and we're gonna use a phone case as our example. You see we've got tons of phone cases, but I'm gonna go with a bestseller. When we click on Start Designing, we'll be brought to the Printify product creator. Here we can tap the Info button and we'll see right away the print area size. These are the exact dimensions of this gray box. So this is our design area. We'll also see by opening this arrow that we want to have a DPI of 300 to get the best resolution. Let's now go into Procreate to see how to enter these dimensions. Here in Procreate, we're going to start by creating a new canvas. Here we can enter those exact dimensions that we saw in the Printify product creator, and we can change the DPI if we need to. However, I'm gonna create a simple square canvas. This is because I wanna create a seamless pattern. With this pattern then, I can add it to any Printify product no matter what the print area size is. So I'll click on square. And first thing we wanna do is check that DPI. So we'll go into Settings, Crop and Resize, Settings again. And here we can see the dimensions as well as the DPI, which is at 132. So remember, we want at least 300. Now we can click Done, and we can start drawing. The next thing we'll want to check is the color profile. We want to use RGB because that's what the product creator accepts. However, when printing physical products, they use CMYK. Now, this can look a little bit different, but I will show you later in the product creator how we can preview this. If you want a deeper explanation, definitely go check out this video. To check our color profile, we can go into Settings and Canvas Information, Color Profile. The default color profile for Procreate is already at RGB, so you probably won't have to change it. But if you do, this is where you can do that. All right, let's get to the fun part now of drawing. Now, I'm just gonna do a quick doodle of Martin and I from Clicks to Riches. All right, I've got my nice seamless pattern here. You can see that the resemblance of Martin and I are just uncanny. Let's take this now and bring it into our Printify product creator. So what we're going to do, first of all, we want to make sure we have a transparent background color. We can change the color of our background in the product creator, or you can change it here if you want. But to make it transparent, we're simply gonna check the background color off and we'll see that it's transparent. Now we can download this straight to our photo library. So in Settings, we'll go to Share, and then we're gonna save it as a PNG file. And we're gonna save the image right to our photo library. Now we're gonna go back into the product creator, And we can add it right from our photo library by clicking the plus sign, find My Device, Photo Library, and here is our beautiful design. We'll click Done. Now, had I made this design the exact dimensions that I showed earlier, it would have covered this entire space. But remember, I created a square for this seamless pattern. Now we can use the pattern tool right here, and we have a pattern. We can still move it around. We can make it a bit smaller if we want. Let's not cut off either of our faces. And now if I want, I can change the background color of this phone case. We can click on Variants, and here we'll see background color. You can enter any hex code you want, or you can choose a pre-selected color. We'll go with a nice green color because it's the color of money. We like money here. We can also change our phone case models. So let's say I wanted to add other phone cases, and you'll actually see as I'm adding different variants, the print area here is changing. So we have bigger phone cases. This is also why a seamless pattern for this case is a good idea. Okay, let's click Preview now to see what our final product will look like. And now let's take a look at those color profiles that I mentioned earlier. So we're right now looking at it in RGB, but we want to preview it in CMYK. Now you'll see it says it's more realistic. Remember, RGB is made to view on screens. CMYK will be used to print physical products. So this will give us a more accurate representation of what the phone case will look like when it's printed. If we switch back and forth, maybe let's look at a different picture. You can see that the brightness changes a little bit between the RGB profile and the CMYK profile. It's a little bit more muted. So I'm still happy with this, but if you're not happy with that kind of color change, you can go and adjust your colors back in your design software. So I'm happy with this. We can go ahead and save it. And now we can create our phone case listing. So we can choose any mockups. We can upload our own mockups. We can find mockups on Placeit if we want. I'll go ahead and just save this current selection. And then here we would add the listing details. So we've done all of our keyword research. We would add a title, a description, our tags if we're selling on Etsy, if we want to enable personalization, and of course our shipping and pricing. And once you're ready, you can simply click Publish. It'll go straight to your Etsy store, or if you want to play around with it, tweak it still, you can save it as a draft. So let's publish it to our store. If you've never sold on Etsy or any other e-commerce platform, let me share some quick tips. First, choose how you want to sell your work. Will it be a digital download, physical products, original artwork, reprints, or custom art? I, of course, chose physical products since there are over 1,000 products to choose from. Then, niche down your art style. For example, abstract, watercolor, pet portraits, or inspirational quotes. Jocelyn Ball shows a great example of how to do just that. Lastly, match it to trends that are selling using SEO and keywords. This step is critical to people actually finding your work on Etsy. Research and apply relevant keywords in your titles, tags, and descriptions to increase visibility. Pinterest is an amazing free tool that helps you discover trending styles and products. See what the hottest design trends will be in 2025 and incorporate that into your work.